You have the floor. Victor is coming to...
Victor, you want to step up there?
Am I protected?
Yeah, stay where God put you. Don't go, don't cross the red line. Don't cross the red line, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. My name is Abdulganiyu Johnson. I represent the good people of Okota Isolo, Federal Constituency 2. I rise to move a bill for an act to establish National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Innovation in Okota Isolo, Lagos State, and for related matters. And related matters to be read for the second time. I so move, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Those in support, please say aye. There's no need to debate this one. Those in support, please say aye. It's an establishment bill. You want to oppose? Go ahead. I haven't hit the gavel yet. I put the question, or half the question. I put half.
Your decision cannot be challenged.
I have not made a decision. Yes.
May I bring a different opinion as the chairperson of the Entrepreneurship and Innovation? At this time, I think is a duplication of the many, many functions of the Ministry of Science and Tech and the 17 agencies under this ministry. Mr. Speaker, the Federal Institute for Industrial Research in Oshodi, Lagos, is saddled with a mandate for entrepreneurship development of science, technology, and innovation. The National Institute for Leather Research is saddled with the same in leather research. The National Institute for Biotechnology is saddled with the same in biotechnology. And then the National Board for Technology Incubation is saddled with the responsibility of growing, developing, and nurturing entrepreneurs across the country. And then we have a bill in this same house. The bill is now before the Committee for Science Research Institutions, a bill for an act to establish the Entrepreneurship, Science and Technology Trust Fund. Because what we are saying is that the ministry has 17 agencies, but some of them are very poorly funded. And the ministry will now be responsible for ensuring that a certain percentage of monies from government funds and companies and corporations come into this trust fund and distributed to these agencies. Now, if you create an Institute for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, it's a duplication because the 17 agencies under the ministry are already research institutes for this same purpose. Mr. Speaker, we're trying to save costs, and many of these agencies are being recommended for mergers. So I would bring a different opinion that we step down this bill for now. Thank you.
Okay, so your argument is that
She has certainly put in her case, and I think it's not debatable except if we want to do for academic exercise. She has given out the names of the agencies, their location, the function they perform. It's for me, my advice to the person who has moved to a little bit step down, maybe go for further study and then come back if there is need for us to proceed. That would be my advice, sir.
To save this bill, but with some slight modification. I was thinking aloud, I'm asking questions, does this school not exist in Oshodi? Because I'm aware of the school now cited by the chairman of Science and Technology. But I looked a closer look at this. It says entrepreneurship and innovation. Mr. Speaker, we suffer for want of knowledge. Mr. Speaker, we suffer because we don't have entrepreneurship ability. Mr. Speaker, every day we do skill acquisition, we give people money and so on, without entrepreneurship training. You can give somebody 10 million naira without entrepreneurship knowledge, that money will be wasted. He may play Bet Niger or doing, but entrepreneurship is a cause. Therefore, I met the mover of this bill. I said, there's such a school there with similar things. I couldn't say, but now that you mentioned, let this bill go. Let us look at the possibility of adding to the scope of the school in Oshodi. Because innovation, if you are going towards airport, sir, you will see one innovation center. Do go in there, Mr. Speaker. You will see innovation is what is not there, what is new, plus entrepreneurship. That's the only way we can grow. Science and tech have no innovation center. Except, excuse me, am I protected? Science and tech, to the best of my knowledge, have no facility for innovation center. Science and tech, to the best of my ability, have no school where entrepreneurship is being taught. It belongs to, excuse me, am I protected? It belongs to the area of commerce and industry, entrepreneurship. It's not science and tech. Science and tech will talk about technological advancement and development, which is innovation. The member is combining innovation and entrepreneurship. You may have good technical knowledge, but you lack entrepreneurship. Therefore, I should think that the school in Oshodi should be enlarged, amended to do that. So during the during the public hearing, all the experts will come and see how the curriculum of that Oshodi school can be widened to incorporate what we're thinking. Otherwise, we'll be missing it. If you give us all technology and all whatnot without the entrepreneurship, how do we drive it? On that note, I will lose nothing out of abundance of caution. We'll lose nothing by allowing this thing go. At the community level, she will call all the experts and we'll look at the curriculum of Oshodi School, look at what this one contains, and see how we can put it there than throwing it away. If you kill this at this stage, ask me to stop it. We will be killing innovative principles or whatnot. Therefore, I should think that at the community level, where the experts and critical stakeholders will come.
Okay. Thank you. I heard Honorable Lar talk about an agency on entrepreneurs.
We have at a second reading stage. Mr. Speaker, a matter at this stage is of course open to debate, except if the mover of this bill would want to be magnanimous or humble enough to say, okay, I'm stepping it down based on the very cogent reasons offered by the House Committee Chair on Science and Tech. I think we should just go ahead, because by what we are doing now, seemingly, is like we are already debating it. The Honorable Chair, Science and Tech, has advanced reasons why this bill should not go. Honorable Abonta also is speaking from another side. Others can have other things to contribute. So I think my take, Mr. Speaker, is for us to continue in the spirit of our procedure, that this bill be taken the second time, and at the end, the mover of the motion stand the risk of either having it passed or killed. We don't have to continue debating the matter by yes or no when it's already meant for debating. So if the Speaker allows us to continue to debate, then let's hear the pros and cons. For me, I want to be very honest and kind with this thing, that I am quite convinced by the cogent reasons offered by the Chairman House Committee on Science and Tech. We must save cost. When we have existing agencies and parastatals of government that basically perform same functions, why do we have to continue to tax our government, saddled with too much responsibilities that will call for funding, further funding, when we still cry out for no funding? The no list are raising a lot of issues about funding. Why do we add trouble to ourselves? We won't allow ourselves to continue to give points for discussions to the opposition. We cannot afford to continue to fund further agencies or of government.
Thank you.
I represent the enterprising people of Mbitolu, Ikedu Federal Constituency of Imo State. Mr. Speaker, sir, I don't think that the matter for determination right now is even to kill it. I think what it is based on the advice, perhaps to take another look at it, because at the outset of this assembly, this whole House gathered, and we did agree in our legislative agenda that we are going to take it easy on establishment bills. It's not everything that we can resolve by going to amend existing pieces of legislation that should come by way of establishing a new agency. If there are areas that we need to tweak in existing laws, because if we are establishing agencies upon agencies, we are putting a big burden on our already burdened expenditure profile. What I would like to understand clearly from Honorable Abiodun is if this is already an existing institution, as adduced by Honorable Abonta, that just needs legislative backing for effective coordination and all of that, that's a different conversation. But if it's a brand new agency that will be given the breath of life afresh, it also puts it in another perspective that will be in clash with what Honorable Chair for Science and Tech has said. I would say that looking at this order paper for today, there are already 3 establishment bills. We keep going against our own agreement that we're going to take it easy on establishment bills. Based on this, therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would want to toe the path of the Deputy Speaker to further advise Honorable Abiodun to take another look at it so that you don't run the risk of having perhaps an otherwise good idea killed on the floor. I so submit. Thank you.
Honorable Ganiyu Johnson, can you tell them?
Oh, one should also know that killing a bill on the floor is not a crime and not a stigma. Please, it's not a stigma, it's not a crime. If a bill deserves to be killed, let it so be it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Yes, it is true that this institute is a new one. It is also true that we have a research institute in Oshodi. However, that research institute, they are not into entrepreneurship, and they are not also into innovation. So the whole idea, if you look at the
if the ones in you are saying they are, he's saying they are not. Apart from the one in Oshodi,
yes.
Apart from the one in Oshodi,
yes.
Is there any agency of all the 17 that are in line with what we are trying to establish? Forget the one in Oshodi.
I'm not aware of. I'm not aware of.
You are not aware. Wait. Honorable Ganiyu.
Yes.
You are not aware of any agency of all the 17 agencies that are similar in mandate. Hold on. To what in mandate to this?
Yes, that is.
But the chairman of the committee is saying that there are. But you are not aware. You are not saying that there are none. You are just saying that you are not aware.
I'm not aware of.
So will it not be advisable for the two of you, for her to show you, and for you to whether agree or disagree, and then decide on the way forward? Since you said you are not aware, it's a different thing if you are disputing that no, there are none, then we can have a debate. But if she said that there are, but you are saying that you are not aware, in other words, there may be and they may not be.
Yeah.
Should we not err on the side of caution? That in case she's right, and she may be wrong, then you guys will decide one way or the other. But let me let you land on your thoughts, finish your... Go ahead. I was just thinking about... Go ahead. You were saying something.
Yes, like I said, the issue of entrepreneurship and innovation is new, and that is the way to go. And that's the way to take our youths out of the street. Once they are trained, they can learn a skill. Today, most even graduates, at the end of their school, graduation, they try to learn a skill. And that is the whole idea. We want to take as many people as possible, especially our constituency that is very, very vulnerable, which we all know. Okota Isolo, Ejibo, very vulnerable. So we want to see how we can manage them so that we'll be able to empower them so they'll be out of the street instead of just roaming about, getting involved in ungodly things. So that is my submission.
I think your submission boils down to one thing. That is, nobody is denied the need for an agency such as that. Because that's your argument and that's your debate. And I don't think anybody here is going to debate that we don't need an agency such as that. The question, however, is whether it already exists or not. That's the question. It's a very narrow question. Whether even though we need it, does one exist? And that we need to clarify that between you and her. And I think that's what they're trying to look into. What's that? You can show them. And you may well be right, Honorable Ganiyu Johnson, that there is no such thing, because I can see them scrambling and still looking and can't find it. So you may well be right. Just be patient. But you see, we must learn not to waste legislative time. If it is here, and we can find out now whether there is an agency that have the mandate, why waste the committee's time? Abonta, you want to have a second bite?
Most of these institutes are in universities where entrepreneurship are created, especially in UNM, UI, some others.
Abonta is on fire today.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving the floor. Also, I ought to know, as an old legislator, that I can speak as many times as the Speaker permits. And that's what we've just done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Nigeria is large, 200 bins. Government can also not provide employment for the teeming youth. When they have the entrepreneurship, they stand on their own. That's what America did. That's also what the Chinese now cleaners did. I can't imagine how we can say Lagos, that is one of the most clustered populous places, cannot have entrepreneurship training, even if we have 20 national bodies of entrepreneurship.
Honorable Abonta,
So
are you aware of the Orosoya report?
Yeah.
Are you aware that there's a clamor throughout the length and breadth of Nigeria that we should visit the Orosoya report
To scale down.
to merge agencies, to drop some agencies?
I agree. It was on the strength of the Orosoya report that I said, rather than kill this bill, we should, like we argued yesterday, change the topic nomenclature to be expanding the school notion to include this.
Amending.
Yes. Therefore, hello, Speaker, please, don't let...
We should amend, you should bring an amendment.
Exactly.
That's a way out.
Yes, so rather than wait for the amendment...
Have we found it?
Rather than...
Okay.
Therefore...
Okay, I would want you, Honorable Beni Lar, to get a copy of his bill, go through it, show him the duplication. Show him. Now, if there's a duplication of mandate, but there's something there that needs to be added, let Honorable Johnson come by way of an amendment to that particular agency to include what needs to be. But if there is no duplication, then Honorable Johnson should bring his.
So in the meantime, Mr. Speaker, you mean
So
the bill should be in the legislative ICU? ICU, yes.
Cooler.
Legislative
So we'll step this down until, in fact, you can let the chairman, business and rules, know what you come up with in the next couple of days. Honorable Johnson, is that okay? Yeah?